Just this camera, isn't it?
Yeah, just that one there. So hopefully we can
There
all
we
see.
go. We're live.
Right.
And we're live, and I think this is the first time we've been on time, so I want some nice, positive clapping noises in your living room. And so welcome to the second round.
Round two. Yeah.
Round two. So what we're going to be doing, obviously there's been some changes this time, just to be full disclosure. We're still going to do the map draw live with Adam on the dice. But the club has invested in, and we should be grateful for this, software called Challenge, which is used by the French league systems, national league system, and we've adopted that for clubs. So that will be auto-generating all of the draws. It'll be Swiss pairing, and there's many advantages to that. Ben's the man behind the scenes, as usual. Could you maybe run us through what's involved there?
Yeah. So a couple of benefits. First of all, one of the most common questions we get is people wanting to know or visibility of the previous rounds, or which games have been played, which scores are which. And so we're going to open all that up. So by using Challenge on the website, and it will be embedded into the 40k league, you'll be able to see the previous round, you'll be able to see the scores that people have achieved against each other, and as we publicise the rounds as we go, when people submit their scores, they will appear throughout the week.
Yeah.
So you will now get full visibility. Week one, who's played who, who scored who,
Yeah.
Which I think is really good. It really opens up everything.
And I know a few of you complaining this week because it didn't auto live update, but a lot of work goes in for this. Ben's got a life.
Yeah, I think we've been trying to switch to more automation. So
yeah, and I think we've achieved that. So bear with us. Always we want feedback. And of course our goal is then take this national, and you guys are kind of our guinea pigs, so thank you very much for that. And I hope you can support us in everything we want to do. So really, I don't want to keep everyone waiting for too long. We now have 11 people on the stream, so all in all,
Fantastic.
it's almost
So
half of the league,
between us three,
including us,
Yeah.
is now here.
a good league. I think the only thing to add is the difference you're going to see today is that we are becoming a bit more advanced. So we're not going to be using bingo machines. We're not going to be using random number generators. The software itself matches players based on Swiss pairing, so previous wins. It's automated. We can't adjust it. We can't change it. We can't do anything to it at all. So as soon as Taylor hits the button for us, we will start to generate the pairings and share them with you. So in the interest of openness and fairness, we have absolutely no idea. We will learn these pairings
So we'll be as surprised
as they come to us.
You are.
Whereas before we see the number and we know perhaps who it is, we're completely oblivious. So it should be good.
Perfect. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we will draw the mission for round two.
So, my one and only job. Let's roll the dice.
Okay, good one.
And it is a 1.
It is a 1, which is...
You can't get a better 1 than a 1.
Which one's that, Adam?
That is Burden of Trust, Hidden Supplies and Hammer and Anvil.
The first mission. So this will be Hammer and Anvil. Hopefully you'll be seeing the map coming up on your screen. It's a medium table, as we will try and do throughout the league, to try and keep some semblance of balance and help the players on their way. Burden of Trust is an interesting one. We put this in here because we've never actually played that as a club on a tournament scene.
No.
We haven't played it in the league before.
No, not at all.
So it's a bit unfamiliar to you and to me. So I'm just going to read it out for those at home. So you score your primary from the second battle round when, obviously in the command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 4 VP for each objective marker they control that is not wholly within their deployment zone. So there's a first change.
Yeah.
No scoring on your home objective. Then, for each objective marker that player controls, they can select 1 unit from their army within range of that objective marker and guard it until the start of their next turn. So interesting. There seems to be some sort of action mechanic here.
For a clarification as well, you can't guard your home objective because it is 1 paragraph. That's how it was ruled by the WTC, because it has been played where you can guard all the no-mans, but you can guard your home and score 2 points. But that's been ruled now as not possible, so it's just no man's land.
Okay, so, and then what does guarding mean? Essentially, it means you score 2 VP extra for every your opponent. Hang on, let me read it out. Actually, the opponent of the player whose turn it is scores 2 VP for each of their units. That's not battle shocked. That are within range of a guarding and guarding an objective marker.
Yeah.
So that's strange.
It's written incredibly well, as
Yeah.
GW do. Effectively, it
And
means,
read brilliantly.
Yeah, effectively it means in your turn you nominate a unit to guard your objective, and
Right.
if at the end of your opponent's turn that unit is still in range and you hold it, you score 2 extra points. So it could have been a lot simpler, but that's effectively how it works. You can score 8 primary in your turn, for example, and you could then score another 4 at the end of your opponent's turn.
Yeah, but I think the interesting thing here that really stands out to me is there's no max on it. So with the standard layout, you could get 4, 8, 16 points.
With hidden supplies, yes.
80. Oh, with hidden supplies.
Yeah, so we've got the extra.
So we've got the extra objectives. So there's
Objective
4
one,
objectives in the
You could get 20 points with hidden supplies because that is then 5 objectives.
24.
24?
4 for holding it, 2 for
Yeah.
being guarded.
Oh, well, yeah, I was
6
just
per
thinking for
objective.
holding it.
That can't be right. That's mental, isn't it?
I don't believe it has a cap.
No.
If you read the GW explanation.
This isn't the full rules here, but we will clarify that in the article that we'll put up on the D-side defenders. But that's crazy. So this is a very high scoring primary game.
It is, but it's also, I think, similar to some of the secondary missions that are now in Prime Access. You do have the opportunity now to know if I can take that unit off that objective, then I'm denying my opponent not just primary in their turn, I'm going to deny them another 2 for effectively bodyguard an objective. So the problem we've got is there's probably going to be more objectives than people have units in their army at 1k.
Yes. Yeah.
So for some people there might be 4 objectives in no man's land, and they've got 4 units.
Well, this is great.
So,
This is going to be very much a get into the middle and grind. It's not going to be favouring those armies that like to sit back too much, I think.
No.
So it's interesting.
Good job I decided to bring one of them.
Yeah. Oh, exciting. Okay, so that's that. So without further ado, I think we should move on to the pairings. Is there any comments from the chat at the moment? So what's happening? We've got weird zoomies. That's fine. Hopefully everyone can see us here.
no, so we're glad we picked that one because there's some people in the list who have done things like just bring 3 really nasty units and nothing else. And,
Not Steve Bennett in chat.
And now they're going to be punished.
Yeah.
So,
oh, fantastic. So we have a significant proportion, almost 2/3 of the entire league is now watching. So I think we're ready to move on to the draw.
Yeah.
the bit they've all really tuned in for, not us. It's more to know
The
who
draw.
they're playing.
Here we
Well,
go.
that's not how you got me here. You told me they were after me.
It's that dice
Yeah,
roll
first,
for the match.
first draw.
The first draw then.
Right. So Taylor has. I've received it, so it's
Okay.
quite a nervous
Coming in
moment
live.
for us. Coming live. Pairing one
This is the first try of the new system.
is our very own Adam Studdart
Oh, yeah.
versus Nick on his Custodians.
Oh, okay, okay.
What are the chances?
Yeah, that's a nice opportunity for me to get some revenge for what he did to my friend Matt on his orcs. I hope to fill him full of last cannons.
What's in Nick's list?
Nick's list is 2 blobs of wardens, a blade champion, some assassins, and some other.
It's a tough one to kill,
Yeah.
to take the Custodians off. So perhaps a mission that favours Nick potentially. Sit, score, but he does want to go forward. If he's going to be bodyguarding with wardens, he's not killing.
Yeah,
So
And you've just got the big battle wagon.
no,
Dwarf battle wagon.
I've got 4 Sagittars, with 3 Sagittars, sorry, and some Hearthguard and some Berserkers. It's exactly the same list I took last time for anyone who saw it. It's interesting, but I think Custodians can chew through a T10 transport.
Well, the crowd seem to be supporting Nick for Switch.
Yeah. They will,
So
won't
they
they?
go.
Won't they?
Yeah.
Is that a Barry I spot in chat?
I think, I'll be interested to see how that goes. I think it's well paired. So, next pairing,
good
please.
game. Good game.
Do you feel I've been set up?
Right. Round 2 is Reese on his Death Guard
Okay.
versus Alex Sodek on Adeptus Custodians.
Back in. And what are they rocking, Adam?
So Reese is rocking. He's got 2 brigands, Typhus in there, Blightborn, some Death Shroud.
Okay, so tough,
Yeah.
fast with the brigands for sure.
Good for bodyguarding.
Yeah.
Mr. Sodek's got a shield champ on jet bikes, 2 blobs of Termes, and 2 units of guard. Really,
That's interesting. I think Well matched. How do custodians go into the knights? Do you think, and the custodian?
Their challenge is if they don't get the lethal hits, they're still only S7, S8, so they can struggle to hit up into those tougher vehicles. But they roll 4s to save, they roll 5s to hit, they kill everything.
Yeah,
so it's
just roll 4s, Alex.
Yeah,
just
roll 4s when you're defending, roll 5 when you're attacking.
Next one then, please, Taylor.
Good game. Both the custodians out already.
Yeah. I know, thank God.
Okay, so pairing 3 is Jordan Davies on his battle shocking
Chaos Space Marines
in Chaos Space Marines into Lee Hughes on the Templars.
Yes.
Okay, so that's Jordan is currently 3rd and obviously came 3rd in the last league, so he's a very high scoring player. Lee is new into 40k with his Space Marines, but scored well with his Black Templars, 13 in the last round.
There's a lot of bodies in that Templar list.
There are a lot of bodies. It's just going to be can Jordan kill that many Crusaders, basically?
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Pretty much, yeah, because Jordan's rocking 2 Legion, 2 Raptors, a Pred. Lee is Crusader spam.
I think it's going to be tough for Lee actually because Jordan's got the speed to engage where he needs to, and Lee's got a combat army. So
interestingly, does he have the damage to focus and take out 20 Crusaders on the objective?
But
that's the interesting.
No,
that's the interesting.
Can he battle shock them?
Well, exactly, because then it's not
that's
going to score
massive.
anymore.
Yeah.
I think Jordan averages about 37 battle shock tests in a game at the moment.
It is worth mentioning that chaplains have a leadership 5+. Which is probably one of the only units in the game with a 5+ leadership, so it's quite well equipped to deal with battle shock. So I'm really interested. Let's see. It's just going to be hammer, 2 hammers. next pairings then, please.
Are you reading the comments?
The comments. Sorry, I am looking at the last league table. We will pass between them. I've only got. Yes, I am. I've got the comments.
Yeah, we're up to date.
Sorry.
Split the screen, but I sent it.
Yeah. Next one.
That's a good point. Next pairings then, please. Just trying to keep everything up.
I am still waiting for the next pairing.
Still waiting on the next pairing.
There we go.
Coming in live.
Oh, now that is an interesting game. It is our very own Josh Burns with his super Thundercav Space Wolves into the bearded one. Our very own Steve
of the beard.
Of the beard, yeah.
Steve of the beard. In his, which I'm sure Josh will be happy to play, his Catan spam.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Did they get the lethal hits?
I think it's the -half damage is going to be potentially pretty big there.
Yeah.
Lots of Thundercav charging, 3 different Catans. Well, I guess Steve sits and shoots them with heavy destroyers.
I think coming in live here, Steve Bennett's first reaction is shit. That's interesting. Let's see what happens there.
I think that's perhaps a response more to the player rather than the list. I think when Steve sees Josh's list, he may question.
Yeah, I think Thundercav. Good point here from Bognog. I think they're 1 damage anyway, so they're not going to care too much about the half damage. Yeah. So that's a lot of wasted points from Catan.
There is a lot of Thunder Cav.
How many are we looking at?
We are looking at 3 units of Thunderwolf Cav. Yeah. One of them's going to have a leader in there, and then an assassin zipping around and doing assassin things.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, great. Josh Burns is 4th, so
spam.
he's looking to cement his position probably, and keep himself at the top of the table.
Be a good one. I know Steve was on last round. It would have been a good stream. I'd like to have seen that one on stream. I have to see whether everyone is keen to play on stream actually.
Of course, it's worth mentioning. I would like to stream as many games as possible. I will be travelling next week, the first half, so it would have to be the second half next week or this week. And then anyway, we'll go on to the next. We'll mention that at the end of the video. So next draw then, please.
Getting excited now.
Yeah. Sorry.
These are all the winners.
We got it.
I have to wait to the bottom half of the draw. But
why did you lose, Ben?
So I did lose, unfortunately. There was some suspect behaviour, but I did lose.
Some loaded dice.
Right.
My toilet was blocked.
This is a good game, I think. We have Eros on his Eldar.
Number 5 in the league.
Yeah.
Into Monsieur Matthew Jones on his Imperial Agents.
Okay, that's fantastic.
That's a good matchup.
I'm really interested.
That would be a good stream game as well.
That would be a good one. If Matt's got a painted army, which he definitely doesn't.
Well, I think his
Better
list
get painting.
is literally Terminators and Assassins, of which he might actually have painted.
This
This is an interesting. I wouldn't really call this Imperial Agents. I think Matt's list is literally just 15 Grey Knight Terminators and then a couple of Assassins. It's basically Grey Knights without the good rules. So it's an interesting list from Matt. This one.
What would he do with Grey Knights? That's the question. Anyway,
Yeah.
without further ado, what's in Eros' Eldar list?
Eldar, he's got Farseer,
It's
Spirit
fun.
Seer, Guard Defenders, Wraith Blade, Wraith Lord, some support weapons.
Okay, so it's typical Eros. I love Eros' Eldar lists. They are like hobby Eldar lists, but he does well with them. They're just well rounded. They've got a bit of everything. Let's see what happens there. I'm interested.
Good game.
Next draw, then, please.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Battle of the Goliaths, I'd call this one.
Yeah.
So this is our very own Mr. Townley.
Oh.
With his very horrible guard list that I can speak personally from playing.
Fluffy.
Interestingly,
Narrative list, wasn't it? Narrative.
it was a narrative list of death. It was a narrative mission where God destroy everyone. Versus Fur on his guard.
It's a guard
So
off.
we actually have an early guard off.
We do.
That is the one I didn't want, because Fur, although he only got 11 and is 16th in the table right now,
Yeah.
he is an incredible player and he's no slouch. And I fancy his list over mine.
He's got a Dawn in there. He's got a load of Tempestuous Scions, some Kazakin.
He definitely, I think he went into a list. Rich's list was quite vehicle heavy from memory as well. So,
So
quite a
he's-
lot of high T in there. So not. As
I haven't looked at his list. Has it changed? No, it looks like it's 2 Rogals, 2 Tempest, Tank Commander, Kaskin. Yeah, great. Yeah, fantastic list. All right, maybe we could stream that one, but I'm pretty sure Furs isn't painted either. But we'll see. We'll see.
Cool.
Okay,
Good
next
game.
draw.
Battle with 2. I tell you, for Josh, you've pulled 2. I mean, yeah, you absolutely destroyed me. But
Well,
on
I was
paper,
like, yeah,
I think you've had an interesting draw so far.
I'm not getting an easy ride. Typhus, here we
would've been
go.
good at
Fur is in
2K.
chat. Typhus has survived 2 turns against the Dawn and made a secret mission.
No.
That is the only reason. He's out. Okay. I love it. His Spanish passion coming through on the chat there.
Good old Typhus.
Okay, next,
Right.
next draw.
Next draw, please. It is James on his Orc, so this is James
Oh,
Wright on his
nice.
Orcs, versus Chris Hughes on his Chaos Space Marines.
Okay, great. All right, so that's the what's in James's
Oh,
list.
James is nasty. It's a mech heavy
X-Man.
list. It's
Oh, I've seen him using
Yeah,
it.
lots of killer cans. I think he's got
Death Dread, Gorkanor.
Death Dread, Gorkanor.
Well, that's interesting because I think looking at Chris's list, he'd kind of gone anti-tank a little bit.
He was running the full double Forge.
He's got Forge Fiend, Mauler Fiend, some Legionnaires, some Chosen, Raptors, Venom Crawlers.
Okay, I think there's some play. I can't remember what the Venom Crawlers are. I bet they've got anti-vehicle or something like that. But it's well,
Some
terrible. I mean,
strength
James has got
10
the
in
tournament
there.
experience. That's the thing. So he's coming into there as a more experienced player. He's probably hoping to come out there with a good result. Where was James finishing there? He's 7th at the moment. So yeah, he wants to handle that home. Where's Chris?
Yeah, good strong win there.
Looking for Chris. There he
That's
is.
15th.
15th. So yeah, okay, so 2 mid. Yeah, okay. So he's
Yeah,
mid-table.
good, a good both 11-9 winners last round.
Yeah.
Sorry, James was a 14-6 win. Chris picked up an 11-9, so
Cool.
well
So
matched.
I like that. Cool. Next.
I don't know if I'd prefer to go into that can list
Okay,
over Custodes.
I know what you mean.
next draw is Nathan on the second of our Night Lord fast moving
Yeah.
leadership
Night Lord spam.
battle shock Night Lord spam into Jack and James, so our father and son pairing
Some teams.
on Ultramarines.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Nathan 8th, Jack and James in 17th. So we're getting close to the end of the winners pairings bracket, I think, for the Swiss pairing.
We are.
Nathan again. I think him and Jordan running similar kind of like they call it meme list, but it seems to be quite effective.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited to see some Noise Marines on the table, personally.
Yeah, me too.
Who doesn't like a Noise Marine? And of course, like Jack and James, ATVs. How often do you see ATVs on the table?
Yeah, they're good anti-vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nathan's meme list is like Josh Roberts running Rubik Marines and CSM. It's that kind of equivalent. It's very, very strong.
Yeah, I think it is, mate. Yeah.
They'll do well. Tough matchup that I think for Jack and James, but Good
Alright.
game.
Let's go for it. Next on the list, please.
So next up is Steve Davis, another Ultramarines list, into Ty on his Space Wolves. So this is an Astartes training mission, this one.
I like this.
Ultramarines into Space Wolves. I think Ty's got a couple of units of Thundercav again in his list, but I think some quite heavy, some quite a lot of characters from memory.
Yeah, he's got Bjorn in there, who is on his own a nasty person to try and shift off the table.
It's great. He comes down, he gives the whole army reroll charges.
He's got. Is he got the Vect Dread as well, or am I making things up? Is it just Bjorn? It hasn't got...
No, Bjorn, Kaldus Assassin, a Lancer, and 2 blobs of Cavalry and some Blood Claws.
Nice.
Steve Davis we had on the stream last time.
We did a very good, from memory, a good well-rounded list from Steve. Got some good
Played it
scoring
well.
in there, good denial.
Yeah, sent out a decoy, did a lot of good play. Okay, Ty's got a win in the last one. That's quite well matched. I like that one.
Yeah, both got slight wins last round, so I think that is the last of our winners pairings.
For now, and obviously then going forward, it'll be Swiss pairing, so we'll have 2 winners and a loss.
And Fallen against Fallen.
It is now the Fallen draw, which was nicely coined, I think, by Rich last week. The Fallen players will now now move to their draws.
Secretly chaos.
Losers are still losers, whatever you call them.
Dark Angels. That's what we can.
I can say that because I've won. I won't be saying that next week.
Next in the draw, then, please. We have Barry on his Eldar, a fallen player, as we say, from last week, against Matt Hughes on his Orcs. So 2 players new to the edition, both getting back into 40k. Who doesn't like to see the classic of Orcs versus Eldar? I don't like playing Orcs as Eldar personally.
Yes, I think it's got quite a nice feeling to it, that game.
There's a lot of characters in Barry's list. Karandras, Morgan Ra. I don't know who Iliac Nightspear is.
He's the gives loan up to the Rangers, sniper dude.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Barry's obviously slightly bitter when he was building this list about me killing his Rangers first turn.
So he's giving them loan.
He's giving them loan up.
Good addition.
Yeah,
that's good shout.
Learning from mistakes, and that's what the league is about.
And Matt's rocking the double battle wagon. There's a fire prism in that list, which can quite easily pick up one of those.
I've just seen Barry's comment in the chat there that he's aiming for top 40. So I think he's set a realistic aim for himself this season.
Aim a little higher, Barry. Aim a little higher. You'll get some points out of this one, I'm sure. And that's the game aim. Try and get at least 1 or 2 points, because it really just helps you late season. For sure.
Should be interesting. Get some knobs in there. Boss on hog. Some flash kits. Should be good.
Do like the flash hits.
Yeah, I love flash kits.
They've got the capability of doing some big damage when you least expect it.
And we have?
So our next up is another Eldar. So it is our very own Judge Dredd, as he's now referred to himself as, our Master of Law, Tristan on Eldar. And we'll be playing, I think, probably one of the favourite armies he loves to play against. We'll be playing Josh S on his Chaos Demons.
Did I detect sarcasm there, Ben?
I don't think Tris loves playing I think he likes playing demons. I don't think he likes playing against demons. I think they can be quite a tough cookie. Might just be Matt on his demons. I think most of us don't enjoy that matchup.
No, we do not.
No, but it is Tris versus Josh on his Chaos Demons.
And what's in those lists?
So Tris bought Eldrad, some Spirit Seers, Guardian Defenders, a Wave Serpent, Wraith Guard, Wraith Lord. Bit of a standard mix, I'd say, for an Eldar list there.
Yep, so the Wraith Guard are what's doing the damage in there. So Wraith Lords as well. So
and Chaos Demons, Josh, I don't think I'd want to go into this. He's got a Demon Prince, an Unclean one, 2 Beasts of Nurgle, Blood Crushers.
Yeah, I saw this list. I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
So how did I think Tristan had a rough game into, was it Reese as Death Guard?
Into Reese's Death Guard, which turn 1.
Just I imagine their lethal hits just managed to chew through the Wraith Lords, negating a big part of what their defensive capability is. And then we had Josh S here, who had Chaos Demons, managed to get 7 points, so it was only a small loss. So he's very much
Yeah, I do.
still up there.
I like the list. It's almost a scaled down 2K list. I mean that great unclean one of a 4 at Feel No Pain is just an absolute monster to remove. I can see him getting a lot of bodyguarding points.
Yeah, I think so too, because I think it could probably straddle 2 objectives at the same time on this mission.
Yeah.
The hidden surprise. Yeah.
If the terrain allows for it, where it gets set up.
Yeah.
I've just seen Matt there saying that may the best orc win. So I think he's looking for a win there, because he will be the only orc in that matchup.
He's capable. He's capable.
Yeah.
We all are. So next draw, please. We have.
So next up is Martin on his Necrons
Oh,
into Harry on his Necrons.
Oh, a
so
Necron.
we have a Necron battle here.
Well, there won't be too many questions about the rules.
No, I think that's one
That's the
possible. I think
advantage.
from memory they were quite similar lists as well.
Yeah, Martin's got a Nightbringer supported with loads of shooting, and Harry's got Orcan.
I reckon the
Orcan
Diviner
Diviner,
and then
the
30 Warriors.
Warriors.
So he's gone very much down the route of that 4+ Invon,
Yeah,
take me
Tough
off
to
this
shift.
objective,
yeah,
which is going to be very valuable in this one, I think.
yeah. The Nightbringer should pick up some units.
The
quite.
Nightbringer's sweep's going to be an issue, but
Yeah.
just roll force.
Yeah.
Shoot him before he reaches you.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
the
that's right.
way to deal
But
with
battle
him.
shocking. That's what Jordan did last round. I think it was the
Did he
Nightbringer
go?
that he battle shocked.
Yeah, that's true. But he gets benefits against Bellshock.
He does.
So, okay. So next on the table, let's fill it in and send it out.
Here we go. Wow. Okay. So this is a game that I think has been played many times on the kitchen tabletop. It is the Battle of the Brothers.
Really?
It is Greg on his World Eaters versus Phil on his sisters.
Oh,
So, what a fantastic pairing that is.
Oh,
I imagine, I mean, that might even be played this evening. Let's see how competitive these guys are. But yes, it is Greg versus Phil. So,
Well, you know, this goes to show people come to the league, to come to club to play someone different, and they get what they want.
yeah. No, I think there's been a lot of. I wouldn't even be surprised if they've both been practicing their lists for this round into each other. So that should be a really good game.
Hopefully not a foregone conclusion.
Not-
Yeah, Greg very heavy berserkers, jackals,
jackals.
very fast moving.
no 8 bound in that list.
No, I think for the points they're very strong. I guess at 1K, more units on the board. I think Phil might have gone quite melter heavy, quite a lot of damage, which really into jackals and berserkers is not ideal.
And Angron, apparently.
Oh.
Missed that
Yes,
one.
we missed that one when I was
Missed
going
that
through the
one
list.
on the list. That's-
I've just seen Philip's chat. Phil's move. That's it. And
I think
Angron.
you'll find there's
Yeah.
also an Angron. Yeah.
Yes.
A bit of an oversight off.
Yeah.
So no, great. I mean, that would be a great. I know again, Phil was on. What a great stream that would be to watch the brothers.
Yeah, well, I've never- they may have done
the
it, but I've
brothers
never
going
seen
against
it.
Each other, so
No.
that would be good. Cool. What a pairing that is.
Next on the table then. How many more have we got? Only 5 more. Last
Yeah, so
5.
I think I'm going to come out on the last pairing again. I'm not having to wait every week. So next up is Simon Payne on his Dark Angels,
Oh.
and he will be playing Jordan on his Space Marines. So I think Jordan had quite a heavy game last week. He picked up 3 points. It was.
And Simon got a very minor loss into Matt, is that right?
Yeah, Simon I think lost 12-8 into Matt. Jordan lost 17-3, and I can't for the life of me remember who the opponent
Or maybe
was.
someone in chat can help us with that.
Um,
But what can we remind ourselves of the lists, please?
Simon Payne, it's a strong all-rounder. There's some tricks, there's Hell Blasters and Scouts in there for scoring.
Isn't
Jordan's
it?
list
Yeah.
got a Redemptor Dreadnought, 2 blobs of Termi Bolters, 2 Heavy Intercessors, a Captain Termi, a Living Termi, a Librarian and Termi, so I'm guessing they're going to sit in each of the Terminator squads, and a Lieutenant.
Okay.
So 2 nice Terminator
Got a lot of
blocks.
hits in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be interesting to see, I think.
Basically, knights into Terminators. Who
Yeah.
comes out trumps. Should be nice. Interesting game to watch.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's. I mean, Dark Angels is in a good place, so we're ready for
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, so I was just beginning to look at the list and thinking I know where this is going. So the next pairing is an interesting one. This has been played many times in the past, and it will be myself into Mr. Richard Naismith. So it will be
I can hear
T-Sons into Rich on his DG. A game we have played many times. I think when Rich sees my list, he's either going to laugh or cry.
He's crying.
He's trying.
But I will save the surprise, Rich. I have a very I would say odd list that I've brought for this round.
Could you talk us through your list then, Ben?
Yeah, so basically I have Magnus and then just lots of Zangors.
Yep.
So you missed Magnus in the last game. I think.
It's basically kill Magnus and I just have Zangors running around not doing much.
I would like to point out the thing you failed to mention there, which is there are 2 carnivores as well.
So that was the surprise for Rich. So normally when I play Rich, I have to spend the whole game running Magnus away from carnivores. This time I've got 2 of my own that are going to join Magnus running around the board. So I'm looking forward to looking at Rich's list. Again, whether it was just a premonition, he has bought lots of heavy vehicles, lots of big guns, a Defiler. 2 carnivores, a predator, las destructor.
Yeah, two destructors.
So yeah,
really?
just kill Magnus turn 1, Rich, and then we go home. That's basically the game. So
okay,
a fun one. Look forward to that.
No,
I look forward to seeing that on the table.
Would Ben want to do another stream? I don't.
I'd happy. I mean, I missed Magnus at 1K, so I thought I'll just bring Magnus next game. That's basically the list.
Okay.
Magnus and some dogs.
Cool. Yeah, Rich is correct there. 1 Carney and there's a file. Thanks for that, Rich.
Oh, just the one.
Yeah, just the one. It's not quite the mirror, but never mind. And we've got another draw coming in, apparently.
It is Paul Murphy on Tau Empire, and we'll be playing James, newly named as James Goblin, Larkin to his friends, on CSM.
So I recall James Goblin Larkin didn't get to play his game last time.
No, unfortunately, James suffered an injury during the round and was unable to make his game.
Let's all get together and try and encourage him to come this time, because I think he's had a bit of bad luck in the last league as well, not making his games.
He has. I think that would be a really good game, James into Paul. Be nice to evenly match game that one. His CSM list is well balanced. I think Paul on Tau again have a well balanced list. It's only a very, very narrow loss for Paul last round. I think it was 11-9. Just got pipped on that last.
So he'll be looking for a win.
Last
just
score.
to take him over the edge.
He's Paul's got some battle suits in there. Hammerhead, James, Dog Postle, some Chosen, Havocs, Bikers. I think James's is
get in there. Yeah. Okay. The Tower want to shoot and avoid.
Yeah.
Which I think that could be James's.
James himself, without head injury, he probably plays better. So
true. But I think it favours James if he can get onto those midpoints and hold them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And we have one more coming in, apparently.
Now, is this the last one, I believe?
No, there's another one after this.
One more.
Oh, so this is will be an interesting matchup. We have Mike Darby on his World Eaters versus Andy on his Space Marine.
Andy Adamson.
Yeah, that is going to be an interesting
What's in the list?
matchup. So Andy's got some Death Wings, Repulsor Eradicators, and Mike has a Forge Fiend, a Mauler Fiend, a Hellbrute, Khan the Very Nice Guy, and a Terminator Squad.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I think Andy's got some tricks up his sleeve with that list. He's got the Hellblasters and the Repulsor, and got some Scout Squads, and
this is going to be it's going to be a game of positioning, right? So I think if one gets to hit the other one first, it's not going to be great for the other. So it's probably quite a cagey game, that one, for World Eaters.
It is, yeah. I mean, if Andy can unleash the Hellblasters on Mike's squads, then before they get into combat. There's not a lot in a 1K.
No, I think there's only one unit of Berserkers in there. It's got enough Lance Cannons to take out the Hellbrute and stuff. Hellbrute shoot back World Eaters?
Every time they get shot, I believe.
Or
they can
attacked
shoot
as
back,
well.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It
They
is
can
horrible.
effectively activate like 15 times in a phase.
Yeah. So the trick is
You got to finish.
One
with
shot
I know
it.
it's for CSM. World Eaters might be different, if I'm
Yeah.
honest, but I know that certainly the CSM ones can just shoot you when you shoot them.
Wow. Okay,
So-
that's something to look out for.
Mm.
I'm sure, in the spirit of the league, everyone will explain all their gotchas to each other, which is
Yeah.
what we expect. And then, leading us finally
Yeah.
and ultimately to our final draw.
Will be, of course, Simon Jones on his
It
Custodians
is. Yeah.
into young Alex, as he's affectionately known.
It'll still
Be
be young
interested
Alex
to know
when he's
who's
60.
youngest out of Reese and Alex now.
Alex. I
Maybe
think
only
Reece is
just.
over 18. Is Alex
I'll
not
have to
over
check.
18?
Alex is
Um,
over 18.
Is he?
Yeah, might
Yeah.
have to. We
I think-
may have
I
to
think
call
Reece
Reece
is
young
younger.
Reece.
Oh, well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Because Alex is older than my daughter, and I think Reece is younger than my daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll have to find
Yeah.
out.
I think Reece would prefer young Reece than the baby-faced beard, as we call him now. The baby-faced beard. So it is.
I'm guessing you
Alex-
had to be there.
Yeah, that's a story from Cardiff that we'll share maybe after a few beers and
A
spoons.
barely legal tale of men.
Bonding in Cardiff. So Simon Jones versus Alex. Necrons into Custodians.
Yeah.
Again, decent matchup, I think.
Yeah, and I think Alex has brought a well-rounded list. He's got a Catan shard there because you're kind of silly not to take a Catan shard, aren't you?
Yeah.
Really. And Simon, strangely enough, has bought exactly the same list as Nick, which I will be going into.
Yeah.
So 2 units of Wardens, Blade Champ, and some Assassins.
I mean, it's solid. I do wonder if there's perhaps been, again, that's the point of the league. If there's other people
Yeah.
playing your army,
Learn.
learn,
Adapt.
copy, adapt.
Overcome.
Strange you get two identical Custodians lists. I mean, there's not many options in fairness, but
No, I wouldn't be shocked if there was another Votan player and they turned up with the exact same list as me because I've got 5 units to choose from. So, yeah.
But that leads us to the end of
That's
it.
it.
So
Yeah.
thank you very much, chat. It's been great engagement. We had loads of people here.
Got 23 people in chat.
23 people.
Wow.
Bloody hell. And then there's 3 of us. That's more than half of us here. It's great to be part of this. So just help us grow, like, subscribe. We have finally got a Patreon up after some requests. It's not linked in here, but don't worry about that. We're not really actively seeking any funding. So all I will say is a reminder, let's look at that mission one last time. Remember, on Hidden Supplies, the middle objective doubles and moves towards the corners, not towards the other objectives. So it will probably straddle the terrain as it does that. Which corner? That's an interesting question.
which deployment zone is it?
Hammer
Hammer and Anvil.
Hammer and Anvil.
So it moves towards the corner
Corner.
that's not in no man's land, but in this instance, it will just be the the
So,
corners.
executive decision. We will choose the bottom left and the top right corner, taking it slightly into the terrain feature to make this a much cagier
Very-
fight and a bit of a closer game, in my opinion.
Good idea. Otherwise, the other way, it's completely out in the open. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
I
that-
don't like that.
Yeah. Some armies will prefer, but I think in the spirit of trying to keep the scores reasonably close, I think we'll go that way. So again, thank you very much. Any closing comments from you?
No.
No.
Hope everyone enjoyed the new format. Again, any feedback, let us
Yeah.
know. Let's get round 2 underway.
Excellent.
Last
Okay.
round
fantastic.
of 1K, remember. We moved to 2K after this round. Round 3 will be 2K.
Is that right?
It is, and
Wow.
painting score becomes part of the
So round
mechanics
3 is
again.
painting score and 2K.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is escalating.
It is,
We are
it is
escalating
indeed.
quickly.
But there's 2 days until Thursday, so you should have your entire army painted by then anyway.
So let me know if you want to be on the stream, if your army's painted. Message me privately, make a shout out. It's always welcome. We've got 3 weeks, so let's do it. Right. Thank you very much, and thanks for
Thanks all.
watching us. Take
Thanks,
care.
guys.
Bye bye.